guys, welcome to another episode of Matt's Finds. I want to thank all my subscribers for all your support over the past couple of months of starting this channel. Appreciate that, guys. I feel the love. Alright, before we get started with today's episode, I'm going to have myself a quick little drink of some moonshine here. I'm going to fill up my little cup. Not all the way, because it's moonshine, so this ain't a mixer. Alright, so cheers to everybody out there who watches the show. I appreciate it. Ooh, nice. Alright, so to start off with tonight, we have found a vintage Disney Goofy pin. Now, I know you can't see it right this second, so I'm going to put the light on it better for you. Okay, so here we go. This is a vintage Disney Goofy pin. And to me, it looks like a Civil War Union soldier, how like the North wore the blue and gold colors, Well, according to what I've looked up, this is from 1989 and it's stamped Walt Disney Company. And I doubt this is a counterfeit pin. And if you don't know what a pin is, you see on the back, this is a highly collectible item amongst Disney people. They love the pins. When you can go to the parks and you can trade pins with employees for other pins. You can buy pins there and packs to trade with people. So it's a cool little hobby that some people get into. But I actually found this at a thrift store on a shelf full of glass material and stuff, like glass dishes and flower vases and stuff. And on the top shelf, all the glassware stuff had little items in it, like between bracelets, stuff like that. So found this in there and had to get it. It was only $1, so that's definitely worth more than $1, I'm sure. So if you're a big Disney pin collector and you haven't seen this from 1989, give me a holler in the comments and we'll definitely make something happen for you. So we're going to move on to the next item today, right? So I have found, this is crazy. So someone out there is going to have to explain this to me. Let me get the light out of the way right here. All right, so on the shelf, I found these. Now, when I was a little kid, I always wanted these when they came out, but I never actually got to get them, But these are from 1995. These are the Batman Forever collectible glasses, right? So I got a Batman here, and on this glass, there's a Robin, right? So I got to looking it up, and I noticed two things right off the bat. Is the handle on Batman is different from the handle on Robin. And that's fine, they made them to look different. But, on the back of this one, it's got, the Riddler question mark with the Batman inside and Gotham City. Whereas on the back of the Robin one, it's the Batmobile. Well, I got to looking at it and paying it more attention, and I noticed that the Batman is actually made in the USA, right? And that's awesome. Well, then I also noticed that the Robin is made in France. So if somebody out there could explain to me why they made this one in the USA, but they didn't make this one in France. And also, someone explained to me, why is the Statue of Liberty in Gotham City? Is there a different world out there that we don't know about going on? Because that is obviously the Statue of Liberty right there. And I've never known Gotham City to have the Statue of Liberty, just New York City. So if you know the answer to that, please let me know in the comments by all means, because I don't know. I'm going to be the first to tell you. Alright, so I also found this at the thrift store, and at first I really don't pay these that much attention, but this bag looked kind of old, and this is obviously a McDonald's Happy Meal toy, but a lot of the new ones aren't really worth that much because you can kind of just find them for $2-3 on eBay and stuff. But this one, though, just happened to be from 1992. And that's pretty decent old. It's not super old, but still, it's a dragster. And it has been unopened. It hasn't been opened since 1993. So let's open it up real quick because I'm just going to stick it on my Hot Wheels shelf. So, there we go. A little plastic out of it. Oh, wow. Nice. So, check that out. That's a cool little drag car, man. That's definitely going with my Hot Wheels race set, and I'm gonna probably race this car against another dragster just to see, you know, like new versus the old, see which ones were better, which ones was faster. But that's pretty cool, man. If you've never seen that one before, I haven't. But like I said, that was like a quarter in the quarter toy bin, you know. But like I said, I just glanced through them real quick. I don't really pay too much attention. But when I saw the bag, I was like, man, that's pretty old right there. That's old, faded real bad, you know. So I looked at it, and that's what it says, from 1992. So that's a pretty cool find, I think. So let's go to the next thing I got, guys. I got a, let's see what year this is right here. Anybody know anybody that collects like oil trucks or big collectible cars like these? This is the second in a collector's series. It says Humble 997 on it. Let's see what this is. Oh wow. Okay. So here we go. You see this? This is pretty decent size. It's not like a tiny collector's car. It's definitely bigger than the average one. Let's see. It has a battery compartment. So I wish I had some batteries nearby. I'd put it in, see what it does. It probably lights up because it says it lights up on the box. I'm sure you put the batteries in the compartment. But I literally just opened this. Like the top had a little bit sealed, but I actually pulled the cardboard apart because I'm going to open it. I want to look at it. I want to see what it looks like. So, yeah, it says Humble Motor Oil 997 on both sides. So, it's definitely an oil tanker truck. And it says that this one is, let's see, a 1918. But it doesn't have, like, a specific name. It doesn't say, like, you know, is it a Ford? Is it a Chevrolet? You know, what is it? So, it doesn't have a name. If you know what it could be out there, then let me know. Alright, so another one, it was right beside it on the same shelf, of course, and that's how usually you find this stuff, because employees at thrift stores, they love to just, you know, go like cars, girl toys, little boy toys, preschool stuff, bicycle, you know, they put them in groups. So once you find one thing, if the other part's there, it's probably in the same area. That's my advice to you right there. So this one is just like that one. Comes in the same type of box and everything, and we just opened this one up, and it's pretty dusty on the top here, so the box might not have been in great shape. But it says the SO oil on the back, and like on the back of this one, it says Humble, you know. This one says SO on the back, it's got it on the sides, on both sides, and then it says Standard Gasolines on the sides right here. So that's a pretty cool, and it does the same thing. It's got a battery compartment, and it makes the lights light up in the front. So that's definitely a cool find. I know a lot of people that collect cars like these. So you know anybody that's looking for these kind of old style? I mean, these aren't too old. Let's check the box out real quick. Let's see what it says. You can usually find the dates on the box itself. In this case, I'm not seeing a date. I do see made in China, so I know it's not too old. But let me look at one of these paperwork, see if we can find a date. 1994. 1994. Okay, so this says limited edition 1918 SO and Humble trucks, third in a collector's series. This is your certification that Herman Marketing has been authorized to produce a limited quality of the 1994 Exxon Toy SO truck and the 1994 Exxon Toy Humble truck. These toys are being distributed exclusively by Herman Marketing under an agreement with Exxon. So there you go. And the other one is in the other box too. Just the same exact thing with the Exxon logos on it too. And it says by Herman Marketing, 1994. So there we go. There's the year. See how easy that was? I'm just kidding, guys. Alright, so let's stick these to the side real quick. We'll put these back in their boxes later, but just for time, we're just going to speed it up a little bit. We have I found this at a yard sale. He only wanted $1 for it, and I told him no, I'm going to give you $5 for it because it's worth a little more than $1. This is a limited edition Johnny Lightning Frankenstew, and this says that it is one of 20,000. And this is a pretty sweet little car, if you can see it right there. It's all blacked out and stuff, and I love it because it's a Frankenstein. But on the back here, it's got like the Munsters right here. That's so cool. I love the Munsters show growing up. That and Addams Family. But you can see on the front, it's one of 20,000. And I mean, I know 20,000 sounds like a lot, guys. But considering that this is from, what year is this? Man, they need to do a better job at printing the years on here. It says 1962 Bad Bird and Frankenstein or Taylor Designs by Johnny Lightning. 1997 Player Menace. There we go. So, from 1997 to be one of 20,000, I'm sure there was a bunch of these that hit the shelves at your local big store, you know, and they all got gone and kids opened them up. I'm going to tell you what right now. If I was a little kid in 97, which I was, and my parents bought me this car for, say, a birthday, Christmas or something, oh yeah, I'm opening it. I wasn't that kid that's like, ooh, I gotta put this on the shelf. I wish I was that kid, because then I'd probably be loaded today with some of the prices some of this stuff goes for today. But that would have definitely got opened and wound up in my car set. So, just thought that was a cool find. So, let's go to the next thing, guys, what we got. Right here, I found this at a separate yard sale, and this was like a week later at a different yard sale. But this is a 2008 Johnny Lightning car. It's marked 1 of 2,500. Now, we just discussed about how 1 of 20,000 isn't so bad. Well, this is 1 of 2,500 from 2008, but it's a 1948 Tucker Torpedo. And it says on the back, massive and memorable, the 48 Tucker Torpedo was eons ahead of its time. Riding at 219 inches on a 130-inch wheelbase, the Torpedo was a four-door sedan that included a gracefully sloping roof accented by fin taillights. The long back was necessary as the car was rear-engine, drawing its power from a Pancake 6. Nice. Up from was a Tucker trademark 3 headlights, one on each side, and a center-mounted roving headlight that pointed in whatever direction the car was moving. And a Tucker was timed at more than 131 miles per hour at Bonneville in 1950. So, that's pretty cool right there. I like that. So, let me get you a little closer view of the car. That's pretty sweet. I like that. But yeah, that's awesome, man. You gotta love stuff like that. American Chrome is what it was like, sponsored on the front, as you can see right here. So yeah, alright, let's go to the next thing, guys. So, I found this, and I only gave a few bucks for it, and if you are a NASCAR fan out there, you're going to absolutely love this, what I found. There ain't no NASCAR fan I've ever met that said they didn't like this guy. And this guy is passed away right now. And nope, it's not Dale Earnhardt. I know what you're thinking. Nope. Right here, guys. We have found a 1993 limited edition Matchbox Mac Tools Racing Davey Allison tractor trailer car. And it's still unopened, guys. So this is awesome, and I know this was a bunch of people's favorite driver up until he died, you know, and still after he died, like, this is pretty good, pretty nice shape. It's got the Mac Tools, the Havoline T. It was made by Matchbox in 1993, and it says licensed and distributed by White Rose Collectibles, York, Pennsylvania, made in Thailand. So yeah, that's pretty cool. As you can see, I'm going to zoom it in. And I know it's not like, you know, a piece of his uniform or his car or nothing, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that loves Davey Allison, and they would love to have this. And it's for sale for the right price. Believe me, you can get it. Alright, so let's go to the sides of the truck right here. I'm going to try to get a little closer where it's got his name. You can see it says Davey Allison, like on the sides. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on this camera. But Yeah, there's one on the same side right there. It's pretty cool looking, man. So if you're a huge Davey Allison fan, you need to get in touch with me, and we can definitely add this to your collection. Alright, so I have found a stack of comics, and the guy said for the whole stack, he just went ahead and said, I didn't even ask him how much yet. I was just like, hey babe, I was with my wife. I was like, hey babe, look at all these comics. And he just said, give me $5 for all of them. I was like, dang, okay, because I know there's more than 5 right here, and I mean, any comic book these days, you can get at least $1 for it, you know what I mean? So, I thought it was a good deal, but let's just go through, because they are kind of vintage. They're not new, they're not something that was made in like 05 or something like that. So, right here, we got a number 38, June 30717, Weird War. And according to the back of this, it says it was 1975 on the back of the magazine. So I'm assuming this is from 1975 DC Comics. So if you need something called Weird War, it is in a protected case, and I don't want to take it out. So if you want to read it or look at it, you're going to have to get it from me. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Here is one called War is Hell. That's a cool cover. I like that. That's awesome. Like, that would make a great like body art tattoo or something like that. Let's see if we can find a year. And guys, I know you can always look up at the top sometimes, but sometimes you can't just determine the year by the code number unless you're like, super genius about comics, which I am not. I have located the year. It says 1972. War is Hell. 1972. This can't be from 1972. Well, it's the back of the coupon says it expires something in 1972, so it's got to be like, why would you buy a magazine from like 89 or something and it have a coupon that's already expired right when you buy it? So here we go again. We have found another War is Hell. That's a cool cover on the front, but the front's cool, but I really like the back because I loved looking at this stuff when I was a little kid, because it's got like the stuff you could buy, all the little like, you remember you open up an old book or comic that was made for you back in the day, it would have stuff for sale like spy gadget stuff and all that crazy stuff, man. Like, here's a ball radio and a Joopy Dog radio, and I mean, it's just so cool, man. Let's see what this date says. It's got to be around the same time. I've never heard of this series. I don't see a date on that one. I got September 5th at the top, and then 02168. So if you know how to tell me what year this comic was made, please let me know in the comments. I'm not super educated on comics. I loved reading comics when I was a kid, but I did a lot of trading. Like, I would buy one at the flea market for like 50 cents. I read it 2 times, and then I look at my buddy and be like, trade you. It's kind of like, with the newspaper at the house in the morning. It's like, hey, I'll give you the funnies if you give me the sports. So, here we go with another comic book from the line of DC Superstars. We have another Weird War, which is number 29 of September that year. And that's an awesome cover. That's really nice. I like that. I don't know how to date them. I wish I was more educated, guys. I'm going to have to get one of y'all to befriend me on here and educate me more about comic books and how to determine the years. And you can see it's in awesome shape, because I can tell it's probably at least from the 80s at least, So what do we got here, guys? We got a number 128 Turok from Whitman. And no year. I don't want to open it. Costs 50 cents, but it says Turok, Son of Stone. And I've never personally read the Turok comic books, but I have played the Turok games. I really liked the one that came out when I was younger on Nintendo 64. That was my favorite. Then they made a couple more after that, but then I kind of just got out of it. But yeah, Turok was a cool game, so I'm sure it was a cool magazine to read too, So let's go to the next one, guys. We got a Sergeant Fury. And let's see if we can find a date on this. I looked at the back first because I already know the front's not really going to tell me anything I want to know. Like, can't even tell. This one's been, the corner's been ripped off. It's like somebody didn't even want you to know what the year was or something. Oh no. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. But what's even cooler about this, man, is on the back. They got a Street Vet, 55 Street Machine, and a Quicksilver 60 Chevy delivery van on the back. It says Hot Stuff, monograms, Hot Chevys. Man, I think I know what these are, these little monogram Hot Chevys. Was those like these little, like, the wood cars from back in the day? Like, I think that's exactly what that is. So, here we go, another comic book from issue February 11. February 02168. And it says, War is Hell again. Another War is Hell. So, apparently, either the guy, I'm assuming it was the guy I bought this stuff from at the yard sale. These must belong to him or something. But, like I said, sometimes, you know, you read the front and you're like, ooh, War is Hell. Okay, it might be a cool comic book. Might not be. But it's really what's on the back of these comic books that I really like. Because check this out. There's Evel Knievel advertisement on the back. And you can tell that it's been ripped right here, and you can follow the line. That's part of the page behind this page, but still, it's pretty cool. There's an Evel Knievel advertisement for the old school Evel Knievel toys. You know, that's pretty awesome. I like that. I might actually keep this comic book and just frame this side and hang that side up. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? So, alright. So we got another Weird War. Again, I'm telling you, this dude loved Weird War. So this says number 59, January 30717, DC, The Mystery and Madness, Weird War. So, like I said, this guy loved reading this comic, and I guess he just had enough of it, but then again, that's why I like showing you guys the front before I see the back, because then I see the back as you're looking at the front, and check this out. Look at the advertisement for that. You got Superman, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, I see right there. You got the Joker, Batman. What is this? Time Machine. Okay, this is an ad for watches. Where you pick your watch you want, you'd mail this order form in with your money, and then you get sent back one of these cool watches. And those are all the different face plates right here. So that was cool. You can, today, back when I was a kid, you just couldn't go online and just be like, you know, Superman watch or Spider-Man shirt, you know, like that. But you just had to, like, look up and see it at your local store, your little drugstore, when you go with your parents or something, and be like, oh, there's something cool. And if they didn't have it, they didn't have it, okay? So, we have found a number 12, April of 1988, Suicide Squad, made by DC Comics. And this just says Suicide Squad. I'm pretty sure, the insides are old, man. The insides of these comic books compared to today's comic books remind me of like an old coloring book inside. Like, the older comics are just made differently than today. Today's all glossy, you know, and stuff like that. But, oh, this is cool. So, here's the front of the Suicide Squad. And then, this is saying that this is 1987, and check out the back. An advertisement for a Corvette. That's pretty cool, man, but, you know, why would you have an advertisement for a Corvette for a kids magazine? So, I don't know. Okay, well, wait a minute, now see, this is a kit, see, these are model cars. See, at first glance, I'm like, hey, that's an advertisement for, like, you know, someone to buy a car. But it's for a model kit. Alright, so let's go to the next one. I'm trying to speed through these ones, guys, and not make my video so long. I'm sorry about that. But we have found another DC Suicide Squad. Millennium Week 4. January of 1988. So here's the cover of that. Alright, and on the back side, we have an advertisement for, what is this? This says this is a 96-page booklet, The Player's Guide to the Realms and the Invaluable Dungeon Master's Sourcebook, Forgotten Realms Campaign Set. So this is basically what I would call like a cheat book for Dungeons and Dragons, maybe? That's what it kind of seems like to me. Dang cheaters. Alright, sir, let's go to the next one we got. We got a couple more guys. Like I said, he didn't want to even discuss price. It was just like, give me $5 for everything, so it was kind of hard to beat that, so I had to go for it. So, an all new. Now, this one's different. He kind of switched me up on this one. I was already ready to say it, but all the other ones that had to do with war was War is Hell. Well, this says all new War. And that's it. It just says number 4, January of 1976. And that's the front cover of it. And like I said, it doesn't say like War is Hell. Unless this is supposed to be War is Hell and like they forgot to print it or something. I don't know. But what's crazy is on the back is an advertisement for law enforcement to become a cop. And it says, make it happen on the air. Become a disc jockey, announcer, newscaster, or sportscaster. So it's 2 advertisements for 2 jobs. I thought this guy right here was like dispatch. But this one, this top one is like an advertisement. It's basically like write them and they'll like send you information where you need to go if you want to become a train now for a great future in law enforcement. And then the other one says become a disc jockey, announcer, newscaster, or sportscaster. And that's the advertisement. So that's pretty cool. And there's the front right here. And let's see who it's made by. It says Charlton Comics. So get a closer view. Charlton Comics. I've never heard of Charlton. When it comes to comic books, I've really only heard of like like DC and Marvel, and I believe it was called like Black Horse, Iron Horse, something with a horse logo on it. I can't remember which one that was. But I used to read a lot with that logo on the back there. It was like a horse. So if you know which one that is, tell me. So here we go. This is a June of 1985. Johnny Thunder, a.k.a. Thunderbolt. Private Eye by trade. So this is like a female character who was a private eye by trade and superhero by chance. So it's split down the middle and it shows like I guess her in her normal life, kind of like like Bruce Wayne, Batman, or Robert, or Bobby Bruce, or Bruce Banner, excuse me, and Hulk. So it says 50, DC 50, 1935 to 1985. Like, holy crap, I was born in 86 and I'm 33, so Marvel or DC Comics has been around for a lot longer than I thought. I didn't really think comics come out until like the 70s. Apparently, according to this, it is on the bottom, 1935 to 1985, so that's pretty cool. I can't see the back because this one's in one of those sleeves with a backing board and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's a cool advertisement. This one I like the cover of, and it's real cheesy looking, but it's because it's like horror, kind of Halloween-y and stuff, but it says Ghost of Dr. Graves by Charlton Comics, number 44, January of 1974. So that's pretty cool. It's got that Charlton Comics logo on the front. It's from, like I said, 1974. This one's in one of those protective sleeves also. And I can't see the back. I wish I could because I'm really curious about what's on the back right there. But, yeah, so the Ghost of Dr. Graves. And it's got, I guess, Dr. Graves right there chilling. It looks like a keyhole. And it's got, like, the monster on the front. I mean, it's just, like, real cheesy looking, but it's just cool looking, too, man. Like, something people would want to frame instead of opening it up and reading it. So we got, there it is. It's Dark Horse Comics. Okay, I was close. Black Horse. Here's the logo right here I was just talking about, guys. Like, I used to read a lot of comics back in the day that had that logo on it. So, that's what it is. Dark Horse comic. So this one is called Catalyst, and it says, let's see if I can find a date. Comics Greatest World, Catalyst Agents of Change, number 3. All is not well in Golden City. Catalyst Agents of Change. So I don't see a year. Let's see if I can find something. Okay, there we go. Boom. Simple as that. 1994. And on the back, it's got a pretty cool advertisement. It says, Frank Miller, Dave Gibbons, Martha Washington goes to war. And that just sounds like something classic from back in the day. I love it, man. That's awesome. So yeah, this is a pretty cool one right here, guys. That's going to do it for the comic books today. So I got one more thing I want to show you guys before we go out and end the show tonight. And like I said, I want to thank all you guys out there for all this continued support of the show, for watching everything all the way through, and just hanging out with me, you know. So I found these, and I already know these aren't old, because my favorite thing to find is vintage. I don't really buy too much new stuff, you know, because if it's pretty new, there's a pretty good chance there's a bunch of them out there. But I just couldn't pass these up, because the same guy I got the comics from, he did the same thing with these pictures I'm about to show you. As soon as I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool, you know, and he was just like, $4, $2 each. Buy one, buy both, buy none. I don't care. This was a crazy character. And I'll tell you what, I meet some pretty wild characters when I go to these antique shops and yard sales and stuff. You never know who you're going to meet. It's pretty fun, you know. To me, it's being social. It's just meeting people, you know. Just you never know who's out there and what they got. Okay, so check this out. This says that this was printed in Germany. And if you're a Volkswagen fan, you're going to love this. It's a bunch of old pictures of Volkswagen cars, and as you can see right here, you got like an old school race car and like a family car and a van, and right here you got the blue bug, and you see right here, it looks like more bugs, you know. It says original, and I can't read any of it except Volkswagen right there, because if you look in the pictures, everything is in German. I found another one, and this one is like the same frame, same style, same glass and everything, and this one's pretty cool, and it says at the bottom, of course, printed in Germany. And like I said, it says Volkswagen, published by Park, P-A-R-C, Poststuff. Yeah, and it's got like a long telephone number and fax number, I guess, where you could like contact those guys. And yeah, it says Best-NR SP115, printed in Germany, and it just looks like a bunch of different Beetle bug cars to me, you know. Like one of them's a convertible, and the other ones are different in all their forms. But I just thought this was pretty cool. I know it's not super old, and you know how I know that? When you flip it around, bam, it's got a Michaels logo. So yeah, it was made to either look old or whatever, but still, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that didn't know this existed. So that's why we call it Matt's Finds, because there's a bunch of stuff out there we don't know exists, and I'll show it to you. And if you need this for your collection, all you gotta do is contact me, and we will give it to you guys. So that's going to do it for today's episode of Matt's Finds, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm going to see you next time, and I've got some awesome stuff planned for the next show. You're not going to believe what I found, so stay tuned to the next episode, and you guys have a great night.